If you're a big swim team and you like to order a lot of gear, maybe you ought to check out Swim Outlet Team Division for these reasons. Swim teams receive a 10% discount on bulk orders. Swim teams or organizations get an 8% commission on referred sales. You'll also like their customization services, which is affordable and available at all times during the year for all team gear. With over 50,000 items in stock, you can get most anything you want. Swim Outlet Team Division. You need to try it out. You'll be glad you did.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Monday, December 30th, 2013. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. Our look back at the best morning swim shows of 2013 features this May 24th interview with Cesar Cielo during his brief training trip to Arizona shortly before the World Championships. Cielo was on the way to 100% recovery from knee surgery, and as we all know, he managed to defend his 50 free and 50 fly titles at the World Championships. In this interview with our Shoshana Rudemiller, Cielo talks about working with new coach Scott Goodrich and how he worked his way back from knee surgery.
Hi, I'm Shoshana Rudemiller on deck at the Mona Plummer Aquatic Center on the ASU campus. And Cesar Cielo has been training for about the past week here on campus, and we managed to catch him for an interview. So tell me some of the reasonings behind coming to Arizona and training here.
Well, actually, we wanted to have a training camp in a warm place, and this is absolutely hot. So we wanted to come in and have a couple of weeks of a good training before the Santa Clara Grand Prix, and then a couple of weeks after the Santa Clara Grand Prix in order to achieve the highest point of the season, the hardest part of the workout here in the U.S., and then going back to Brazil before World Championships. So it's just, it feels like a training camp, a little away from home, just changing the environment a little bit more than anything else, but it's been very fun.
And so what are some of your goals for Santa Clara next weekend? You're going in, you've got your top 3 in the world right now in the 50 freestyle. Are you expecting big things or just kind of testing the water there?
Well, I would say it's just testing, but yeah, of course I want to be the best I can there and see who is going to be my competition. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, swimming against Nathan Adrian and Irving will be a pretty good race, and see where I am in training and in the season, and yeah, hopefully I think breaking 22 is a good goal for next week. See if I can go 21.8, 21.9. I think, off that we should be in a good shape for the rest of the season.
So what has your training looked like for this past year? I know you're training under Scott Goodrich, who you actually swam with at Auburn, correct? And kind of directed by Brett Hawk. Is that right? Can you kind of take me through what you've been doing in connection to Auburn and then just in your own program?
Well, actually, Scott has been the head coach in everything I've been doing. He's the one writing the workouts. He's the one taking care of most of our moves, even the plans for training trips and competitions. So he's the one in charge of that. And last year I went to Auburn, to talk with Brett about the possibility of coming back here and every now and then coming in for a swim meet. And Auburn is just is a great place for me where the door is always open. And I told Brad that whenever we felt like it was going to be good to come to the U.S., if we were good to stop by Auburn for a little while, and then it's all good. But most of the practices are being taken care of by Scott, and it's a little different. It's a little different than I was doing in Brazil with Alberto. Right now, it's more sprinting focus, I would say. We're sprinting a lot and really taking care more of the 50 free more than I have ever done in my life. So I'm excited to see how fast I can get in the 50 now.
So is there any focus on the 100 anymore?
Well, I think I'm going to shift the focus for the 100 free next year probably, or maybe even after World Championships. More than anything else, I think the hardest part for me right now is to actually do a turn because of my knees. That's one of the points of the race that hurts my knees the most. So I would say that probably after World Championships I'll see how I feel. Right now I'm off 7 months of my surgery in both knees, so I just can't kind of push myself until a certain level. I don't want to over push and kind of get back behind. So yeah, for now, 50 and 50 fly for these World Championships. We'll see how it goes. At the time I'll be racing in Spain, I will have 10 months off the surgery, so I should be in a pretty good shape to try to defend my titles. And we'll see how it goes with the 100. To be honest, I have not completely forget about it or try not to swim anymore. But as for now, I'm really focusing on getting my knees back and getting the confidence back in order to swim the 100 again.
Can you take me through a little bit of the surgery that you went through with your knees?
Yeah, we were supposed to just remove the inflammation more than anything else. I've been having tendonitis since 2006. Well, the left side, when we started the surgery, it showed up. It was a little bit worse than that. It wasn't just the tendonitis, so they had to reconstruct part of it. And but it's been okay. The recovery has been on track. It hasn't been amazingly fast, but I'm getting back. I feel like every day is a day to get better. Every day my knees feel better. Even though I've been icing it twice a day since the surgery, so it's sometimes it gets kind of boring. But yeah, it's something that I really have to take care of in order to be ready for World Championships. And as for now, I'm getting back to squats in the gym, starting to work more on starts and on the blocks. But it's still not 100%. Hopefully, by the time the World Championships come around, I'll be ready to go.
And how does the knee injury affect your weight regime? Are you focusing on anything different in the weight room? Let's start with that.
Well, actually, all the way to the Brazilian trials, it was very limiting. Actually, I couldn't actually do a lot of stuff in the gym. Squatting felt like someone was just pushing me down so hard. It's like even having like 40 kilos on the squats was very, very tough. So we were kind of surprised with the 21.5 and the 23.1, especially in the butterfly, because I haven't done butterfly since the surgery. And I was swimming fast still, even though the start and the first 15 meters were very damaged by the surgery. So it was kind of hard. It was an everyday situation. Sometimes Scott would write a set that I could not reach that level of pushing the wall or pushing my dolphin kicks that hard. But we kept pushing as much as we could, tried to be on the limit all the time, and worked out for nationals. Now we have a little bit more window to push to even go a little harder. We have great expectations and see if that window that opened up for us can help us to swim a little faster than 21.5. Okay,
and so take me through some of your goals for World Championships right now.
I would say defend my titles, but I don't know how fast the world is going to be. So I want to swim a 22 point in the 50 butterfly for sure, and gotta reach that 21.3 I was last year or even under for the 50 freestyle, and hope that to be the best in the race. Swimming is not something that you can in any way disturb your rival's race. So just gonna touch the wall and hope for the best and see if that's enough to win.
And then are you heading back to Brazil for training after that, or have you looked that far into the future?
For now, I'm going back on June 15th after 2 weeks of Santa Clara, and spending there 3 weeks, going to the French Open after that in the first week of July, and getting ready in Europe for the rest of the taper all the way to World Championships. So probably gonna have like 2 or 3 weeks in Brazil for now. Not very much, but I'm excited to keep racing and keep pushing my knees and on the race level to see how they respond.
So last question for you, and it's a tough one. Have you done anything fun when you've been in Arizona so far?
Well, to be honest, I have been inside the house most of the time. The sun here is crazy. I had no idea. When Scott used to tell me, I thought he was exaggerating a little bit. But yeah, the sun is very, very strong and very dry. And it's besides that, just a normal swimmer's life. You know, swimming, eating, sleeping a lot, and swimming some more, and playing a little video game in between.
What's your choice video game?
We've been playing Call of Duty, and yeah, I'm not very good at it, so it's kind of like I have to be you have to be happy at that day, otherwise I'll just throw the controller into the wall. So I've been trying to avoid video games after a bad practice, just whenever I feel like just relaxing or having fun.
All right, well, there you have it. Thank you so much, Cesar, for talking to Swimming World TV, and have a great practice today, and we'll look for seeing you in Santa Clara.
Thanks very much to Cesar for taking the time out of his day to talk with Shoshana. And that's going to do it for today's edition of the Morning Swim Show. We'll see you back here on Monday. Enjoy the weekend, everyone, and thanks for watching.